NSG Showdown. This is it. T1, TSM, the match we've all been waiting to see, and we're starting it off on Haven. And looking at the composition, Puckett, I was going to mention this. The thing that they needed desperately was information. You talked about him, AZK running the Sova. Maybe that could be the difference here on Haven for this team.
Yeah, TSM, well, they're going to be back on the attack, and this squad was dominant. I think it was 10-2 in the last meeting. So keep your eyes on their early attack. Last time on their attack, they went straight up the middle. They planted a wall. They went for the instant B push. This time, it's mind games. Look at all of those green dots that fit on B. They threw up some walls, and then all of the action is actually on the A site. I love the head games early on, but now we're actually going to see some initial gunfight. Who comes out with the first headshot?
Yeah, and the fake out there came from the wall that was placed from the Sage, right? Because that's always going to be a very common push in the beginning of a pistol round to just go for that. Now, though, you got Drone hanging around the side. Wardell, he's going to make his presence felt, getting himself 2 kills with that one, and a flawless ending there for TSM. What a start for this team, losing no beats on Haven.
I mean, and look at this Goldenboy. We still have armor left over for Wardell and Hayes. That means your buy is even cheaper. Wardell's going to have the op in round 3 regardless of what happens here. But that is a perfect start. You don't drop a player. Everybody's chiming in with kills. 2 of them going to Wardell to make sure you have that operator. This is a perfect start. But T1, they can flip the script on its head. They've got to step up strong, though. What do you do with just classic pistols and 2 ghosts against the superior power and, of course, HP that'll be coming your way?
You got to play around one another. You can't let anyone take useless 1v1s. Will not pan out well for you in the end. And you also need to be wary of wherever Wardell is going to bring that Marshall. Early game Marshall is brutal. There goes the rotation over to C. So they got to look at A. They managed to pull away some utility, but now there comes the attack. A raised nade trying to prevent some kind of push from coming in, but the Spectre from a distance won't need to worry too much about that player trying to challenge with a pistol, because you're going to have that gun in order to back you up there. They take full presence of the C site, 2 players down, and this is looking like happy days here for TSM. They own this site. This is theirs. Good luck to T1 trying to get this one out of their hands. And Wardell's having a field day out here.
Yeah, at this point, you're AZK and you're just trying to take a few weapons out of hands. Drone is going to end the round, but again, it's TSM with just great strategies. Great opening pick by Hayes. Dodges the nade coming in and then hits all the SMG shots before Brax hits the ground. He opened it up. The rest of the team followed through, and it's a perfect execution. But this is the first real round of the game, in my opinion. And in fact, it is going to be a tough one. Brax, half armor. Food, half armor. They're going for their abilities. They invested a lot of it early on. On the other side, you still have the operator and 2 SMGs. So it's going to be a lower buy in favor of T1. But TSM, they still got the goods to work with, and Cutler's going to open it up.
What a start there. Skadoodle with the slow ore, but it is not enough to slow down this push. And again, more baiting out. They get a kill, so that's already valuable as it is. And then you're just going to rip away some of this utility from the Cypher. You're now going to be splitting this interest. B site is free. Once they destroy this tripwire, they'll know exactly that they're going to be going for this attack. But at this point, it's already going to be too late. You're going to have Wardell watching the back outside if anyone tries to get ambitious out of the garage there, which would be Brax in this instance. Wardell will be sending him over to the next round. Certainly not in style, though. Spike is down, and they've spread out side of B mid. Look for Crashies here, though. Yes, he did. He got through, and if Crashies gets through, that could be a problem. AZK there as well, still going to be alive. Brax gets through. Now what looked like a really difficult situation has all of a sudden become very winnable. Last player left alive. It's going to be Wardell inside of the cubby. Is it enough, though? Using those smokes, just trying to just tailwind. Oh my God! Okay, all right, let's calm down. Let's calm down. It was 2. It was nasty, but they get the win. They get the round win. Oh, I'm gonna check my.
You're not supposed to do that, Wardell. You are not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just give up the gun, let the round end, and he goes out with a bang. That's a pretty devastating blow, in fact. It could affect the economy moving forward, and we'll take a look at the numbers here. I don't think Hayes is going to buy the op for Wardell. I think they're going to stick to the rifles, and in fact, they're going to pull out some sheriffs here. So a big round from T1. Nice retake, and it was Crashy slipping through. Something went wrong for TSM. We'll see if the retakes continue to have holes or if they fill those up.
That still was just such a nasty shot. It's so stupid. It's genuinely dumb. So in this round, because Wardell popped off early on, does get the knives. So it's a very powerful ultimate to have early on here like this. And when you're dealing with a pistol round, you kind of have a guy that can just do a lot with a little. Wardell does try to get on top of the site there. Sub-Rosa watching the flank, doing the job of a Brimstone there, protecting that one. Wardell gets through. So Wardell will be on the opposite side of this wall here. That's one. Yes. No, not two. Not two. Just stay alive here. Slow orb. No updraft, but does see the gun and gets a shot. I mean, that's just value right there. That's value, Puckett.
And Crashy was
oh my
on being on the other side, but Drone and Hayes connected with some headshots of their own. Goldenboy, this was basically a pistol round coming in from TSM, and they have their way with the A site.
When it all looked like it was going to go really bad for Wardell, right? You know, it's like scratch track. You're probably wondering how I got here. No, that doesn't happen for Wardell, because as he's pushed through the smoke, and Crashy's made the right play. Crashy's made the right play. He was looking at the corner where Wardell was previously. I don't know if he caught wind, but he did the job he needed to do. I mean, there's just no way that he was still going to be tucked away in a corner. And then just a headshot there, right? A little headshot here, there, and everywhere. And you end down with this 3-1 off of an eco round, Puckett. Shenanigans.
Something that's really interesting to note as well is T1 was giving up B site freely. After being punished in that early round and seeing another wall go up recently, they are playing their Sage there. It's going to take longer to rotate over to the C site. And speaking of C, it is under pressure. Sub-Rosa, so good at getting first blood, adds another one.
And they're still not committing, right? They're still not committing. They have people all around the map just waiting for them to start to make some moves. And I don't blame T1. Once you get a kill out there, you lose AZK, you bring bodies over to that C site. You got to protect Garage. Now B is going to be up for grabs here. Crashies is on the flank, and perhaps this could be a connection for Hayes, which it is in fact, prompting a full rotation from Ska. Or actually, a full rotation from Ska. Never mind, he was actually by the gong. And Brax, try as you may, they did everything they could with very minimal equipment, weaponry. TSM go up 4-1. It's just that third round, Puckett. That third round.
Enormous stuff.
Or
Sheriff
sorry,
round.
Apologies, fourth round.
Able to do work. Now we're taking a look at the numbers. Very healthy economy flowing for TSM. You need back-to-back rounds for T1. And what is the plan for the defenders? They haven't ripped any alts recently. And what is going to be the first one on defense? Because they always seem to save it. Wardell, of course, using it on the attack. But what is T1 going to do? They've been holding on to these for 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's true.
And Brax, his showstopper can do damage.
Exactly. And Hunter's Fury in this tournament, by the way, from Psalm, like so many times that he's just been discussing with that ultimate. So many times you see people whiff that shot completely, but the work that has gone into the very powerful ultimate ability that I think people kind of just throw away willy-nilly. When you play with that equipment and knowledge, you're really able to abuse Hunter's Fury 100%. Some players actually drift over towards C-Site Garage, still holding on to this area here, but we do have an A look. And look at this food. Crashy. That's 2 kills.
Where is everyone hiding?
The food Crashy's combo at short range, playing those sneaky angles. They don't check again. TSM just assuming they'll be safe till they get to the top of the ramp, and they are punished early. Big start for T1. Not done yet.
Destroyed.
Not at all.
They got the information they needed with Spike down. Everyone rotated over here, Goldenboy. Wardell's going to try and fight his way out, but they've got one pinned in the right corner.
Yeah, and they hightail it out of there. Nope, don't want to deal with that one. They did the right thing, played Cyber Cage, grabbed Spike. I thought that he was going to be dead because he had the satchel out. They're going to hold on to these weapons here. You don't want to spend that kind of money into this next round. Still looking pretty good financially, but you'd rather save it than spend it. Always good to be a little conservative when it comes to your cash.
And I think you saw a little late opportunity for Wardell. Wanted to get at least one more gun off of T1. Wanted to make an expensive round. But that triple kill, just too big. Food with the double. The third from Crashies right away. Just shut down all of the plans. And looking at the money, you couldn't go chase down those guns because you need every single credit if you're T1. Taking a look, you got the ultimate from Food. Look for them to play a little bit more passive potentially, especially over at the A site, using that Brim ult to stop a plant if he hears it going down.
Joke's over.
Yeah, and in that last round, I mean, he used the... he didn't even use the Brimo. He didn't even have to. Here comes Drone. This is an information, run it back. And he actually yanked away the Brimstone ult there, so Orbital Strike wasted on relatively nothing because they are going to be inside of the garage.
Baiting out the ultimate. You love to see it. Get rid of what your opponent has in the toolbox. AZK, he's going to be droning out, but finding nothing yet. Does he catch the players behind the box in time? No. So great job by TSM, being very sneaky so far. And it's a lot of investment on utility coming out of T1.
Yeah, Food's watching that flank. If anyone tries to like push around, and there goes the wall. Comes some movement there. They're gonna make their way into sight. Wardell gets on top of the wall. Crashy's right behind Gong. And there is a Hunter's Fury from AZK. Gets one kill on Cutler. Wardell though. Oh, Wardell kills Brax as Brax was mid-ult. Did not get the fire of the rocket. Spike is down. Food around the flank though.
AZK thought he was going to stop the plant. It gets down, and we're going to see two left. So it's still Crashes and AZK, making it just AZK. As Crashes gets off, so will the in-game leader, Wardell, with 3. But this, again, it's TSM coaching staff. It's the players who come up with these strats that deserve the credit. They started all off, drone clearing through B. They bait out the ultimate from Food. Then they rotate back, finally throw up their ice wall, and actually commit to the B site after feinting in so many different directions. They are throwing T1 off of their scent, and they are punishing on their executes.
I watch a lot of creators on, like, you know, the Valorant Reddit and the Valorant competitive Reddit, right? Break down a lot of gameplay and whatever we see from some of the pro players. And I just feel like what we're getting here on Haven is something that we will just continue to research time and time again, because they are really just having their way with T1 here.
Wardell has more kills in this game than he did the first time they played Haven. He's 11-2 after 7 rounds.
It's crazy. And it's because every single round there's something new from TSM, right? They'll start to poke over towards C, maybe get some activity going on over there, bring 2 players to try and support. Then they'll start to go back over to B site. And they do this within seconds, right? That they're able to pull attention from so many different areas. They do have to be careful about this time around because it's looking a little like deja vu. Yep,
Cameron's going to get the info.
Wardell's going to get the shot.
I know exactly.
Oh my goodness. What a shot that was.
And then Food is holding close. You know, Crashies is around the corner. Here they go. Drone on the flank. It's going to cause chaos and shuts down Skadoodle. Was not expecting him to be that far pushed up. AZK's just got to save here. There's nothing you can do. 1 versus 4. They've got the bomb site. I don't know what the plan.
Yeah.
How do you stop this right now?
I genuinely, I don't know, because what they did in that instance, changing it up from last time, was they played an aggressive camera, which sounds weird, but they knew they were going to lose the camera. So they just needed to make sure that the player was there. And they got the intel immediately. Wardell had the lineup. You trust your opper in that moment in time to hit that shot. And Wardell don't miss, okay? He don't miss. I think there was like an entire account created for whenever Wardell does miss, and it didn't get a lot of activity, so it's not here anymore. I don't think he's here anymore.
I hope he's back. I hope he's back. Wardell does miss and Wardell don't miss. I like them both. Also, shout out though, just safe play at the end of the round. No need to go running around and give up a weapon. They just let Cutler put the camera there, and it's another round secured by TSM. Looking at the kills, Hayes, he had a great series against T1 in the upper bracket finals. Another strong performance from the Sage early on, the in-game leader doing work here. Very much missed back at the Twitch Rivals competition. A lot of people thought TSM was running full force. They were missing that man. Now they have their full roster. This is a fair fight.
Yeah. And even then, though, TSM looked very impressive. And so did T1, without a doubt. I mean, T1 have just been awesome this whole time. Great lineup from AZK. So they were running the Sova in the last game, and I thought that perhaps not having Sova in this instance is something that could hurt them. So I'm glad to see AZK using this rather than the Breach as he did in the previous matchup. The more information, the better. With the current agent pool that we have in Valorant at the moment, it just makes sense to run whatever agent you can, like Sova or Cypher, that give you intel. And on a 3-site map like Haven, it's crucial.
Yeah, especially on a pistol round. If you're looking for kills, you need to get them at the shortest range possible. You got to get the reads, and you have to stuff the opponents before they flood onto the site with their ARs out. They bit early on the C site. They're stacking up. Remember, T1 is not expected to win this round. Any kill is a small victory.
Yeah, it is. And what I am a little worried about is actually that guy that's going to be making his way around the flank. It's Drone. And he came around the corner, killed AZK. They could not have the moment to check mid. Obviously, they even just crash. He's by himself. There are going to be some players dead there. So you got some guns off of some players. You're going to get them to spend, but you know, at this point, right? It's 7-2. Puckett, this is rough.
10-2 is worse.
No.
Yes, 0-8. He is yet to find a kill.
0-8.
Yet to really have an opportunity. He's been pulled over the C site, the B site. He's been late on the rotations to A, getting punished trying to get an op angle. Your strong sniper hasn't had any opportunities to snipe, but now looking at the weapon buys, they're going to give it to Brax. They're going to give one to Food as well. First double op spotting here from T1 on defense.
Even though our chat is on emote only mode currently, a lot of TSM love out there, a lot of T1 love out there. Both of these teams with rich legacies in League of Legends, now doing the same thing here in Valorant. And ooh, Sky, oh man, and Sub Rose, a great placement with the Molly. No option for Skadoodle, just across the ice wall there. And unfortunately for him, we'll have another rough round.
Only shots Wardell misses are on drones, apparently. Drone gets out, and it's long enough to spot the Phoenix, so it's actually a pretty big drone, and Crashies punishes that.
A little bit different than what we've seen in the previous rounds, right? They lost out on a player early. It kind of trickled down from there. AZK is going to be aware, but as soon as he goes in for the shot, Hayes beams him, headshot, and now the res back in. They'll have the man advantage and then some. It is only going to be Crashies inside of the site. No other option but to move around, but Crashy with 5-0 wins. Sub-Rosa, he's got an ace, but Sub-Rosa is still going to be the only one left alive here. This is just shenanigans. He has 5 kills, so technical ace, but Sub-Rosa is still alive, still very much can win this round here. And I can't believe they couldn't kill Crashies.
How many times have you seen Crashies with the Phantom at short range just pop off a triple? Huge hold. Gets there with 2 seconds left, though, as Sub-Rosa gets the spike off safely. He's still in it. 1 versus 2. He's got it planted for himself, and we'll see what the game plan is. Does he have to peek early? Clearly, they're going to put one on the spike and defend the other, and this time it is Food waiting at the top of the ramp with his sniper rifle. Nice job by Sub-Rosa to make it manageable, but this was Crashies the hero for T1, keeping his squad in this, and we could see a 7-5 as now they got some money to work with.
I called it, man. Crashies is just that dude. The lurking Cypher. He was in a rough spot, hit with an orbital strike. He was about to get microwaved right in front. and then just kept his calm, cool composure, got the kill on long, and then at no point could anyone react quickly enough because he had that off angle there at the opposite side of those boxes.
I don't know what T1's paying him, but I guarantee he's getting paid a lot more in year 2. Young man, huge pickup for the squad. Brax with the sniper rifle once again. And with the double op strap earlier, now trying to put it to use. They'll run it back on. And Brax is expecting beef, but if you look at the mini-map, they're pushing through garage connector, about to get hit. AZK, first line of defense. Skadoodle will be behind him.
Now they're going to make their way into C site. Ska, see some shots actually coming through. He's going to have to bail out of this one. Great slow there on the side, but it wasn't enough to stop Drone in time. Drone with 2 kills. Headshot on AZK. Gets himself a nice little round there. Wardell on the flank, all the way on the side, I should say, in the back side of the map. Stuff the flanker. No opportunity for you to be able to cause any problems for TSM. And that is just crashies and food, the lone gunman here. And the money, it's a struggle. Struggle city, population 2. They'll need to live.
Goldenboy, did you see how much utility was put down by TSM? That was a practice execute. They did it perfectly. Hazed with a nice counter ice as well, catches AZK, traps him in the back at CT. I'm really
Also
loving watching this TSM attack. Oh,
right,
yeah,
the
firewall blocking everything. It didn't matter where Scott was at. He was not getting a shot off.
Exactly, because not only does a firewall give you just additional coverage, hey, you'll take that, but it also it blocks your teammates. But if you decide to flash through it, they really don't have an opportunity to react. If he's playing low and sends it through the flash, it'll go right through there. It's just a good use of the utility. Drone plays Phoenix expertly. And it just uses the entirety of the kit. But here we are now in the final round before the half. TSM could end this one 9-3 potentially. T1 really need this. You don't want to go down 9-3 in the half here, folks. But TSM have just... This is why I said it. This is TSM land, Haven.
And I feel like Skadoodle has got to be frustrated in this one. 0-10 at this point. The man, he was crushing earlier. Everyone else was struggling on Haven. Skadoodle was crushing. He has been bullied. He has not been able to up. He has not been able to play his game. Currently, you see him pushed up on the C cubby. Meanwhile, action is in the middle of the map. It's going to be another give up B. We'll retake it later strat coming out of T1. They've got the orbital strike. They've got the resurrect, so they're going to try and play this one slow.
Skadoodle's play to actually go inside or further inside of C long was a pretty smart read there. We'll be able to come around the flank. The spike will go down. No, it actually does not. Food will roast Hayes, and he's tried to stick the plant. I respect the hustle there. They actually take the spike, and they're going to get out of there. They're going to bounce out. No reason to take this fight here. You yank all this attention away, but Skadoodle, thankfully for them, were just able to stay inside of C. Scott gets a kill onto Drone. That could potentially be huge. 7 HP now. 17 HP, excuse me. Skadoodle, some signs of life out of him. That's 3 kills, and then AZK with the final 8-4. That was a win that T1 definitely needed for this attacking phase here.
Scott with his first 3 kills come in the 12th round of the game, but now they're on the attack. T1 gets to dictate the action around the level, and we're going to see where they decide to go with this one. We've seen B rushes, we've seen A rushes, haven't really seen the scene log. If I know this T1 squad, though, they will wait till 43 seconds are left on the clock, and then they're going to commit. Taking a look, are we going to see a wall up from Skadoodle? He's got just the classic. I assume they're going to try and invest with maybe a B push later in the round.
This is where we win.
A 4-man stack on A side. You're going to send 2 inside of short. You're going to send 2 outside of long. Only player that will be there to deal with it is Crashies, who plays the cage. So they obviously, when you lose that, or sorry, not the cage, the wire. When the wire's gone, you know that you're dealing with one, but it's a very odd situation, but I do like how they just went out instantly to try and handle this one. Cutler hanging far, far back inside of the C site. Will die. Now it's up to the retake. And this wide flank that is going to come around from Drone and Subrosa.
Big gamble there by TSM. They thought it was coming. A doesn't happen, and now the C site is flooded. Retake time as Drone finds AZK. It's doable. You're already missing 2, though. And let's see here. T1, rather, is missing 2 and make it 3 now as Prax is going to get picked. A 4th will fall as Drone is lighting it up with the UFC, aka the Ghost now in Valorant. Wardell going to finish strong as TSM. They came with 4. They win it all, and they will walk away with their 9th round. Yeah, they're giving this to Drone too. I like this. Give him the ultimate as early as you can on defense. Let him use his ability to scout maybe round 2, maybe wait for that round 3 once you finally see T1 get some guns.
TSM play around their ultimate abilities. Drone is a testament to that. He plays around that, run it back incredibly well. He doesn't just use it to try and, you know, not die, right? He plays it for info so that his teammates are able to thrive with the information that he gives them. So only 2 away from that one, and they're going to be playing for this A long, so Drone will get this orb with the coverage of the Marshal. Orb is also being grabbed on the other side there, and Hayes actually is doing some damage. So we'll force a heal out early on. Hayes did get the kill. Hayes did get the kill. They're going to go into this fight without food. No smokes, but a flash. Drone, he gets a kill, not before being wrapped up there by Brax's grenade, and then Cutler will locate 2 of his own, leaving just 1 player left. They spoke too soon. He's dead, and TSM will get 10.
I can't wait for the spectator UI update. I'm with you, Alex, on that one. It can throw you off a little bit, but Wardell, I mean, the man's got himself his sniper rifle. That round, I think it was all Drone. He only got 1 kill, but he put holes in 3 other players, making it so easy on Hayes and everyone else to rotate back. And of course, Hayes getting the first pick on food before the fight even started. Big. But that was T1 without guns. Now let's see what they do with the buy. They're going with the Vandals, going back to the Phantoms, all rifles here on the attack. This is their bread and butter. Bait and trade, use the abilities to break through. Question is, where do they see the holes in the TSM defense?
Smoke's down.
Wardell's waiting for them to creep around the corner. He doesn't see anyone. There is a dot there. He saw the top of the hat. And look at Sub Rosa actually so far in. He's going for the pickup. Bye-bye. That's a kill for Sub Rosa onto the rival Brimstone. No more smokes for you. Blocking vision ain't gonna happen. Crashies might have to get back there as soon as possible, but just the C long from Puckett has been exquisite from TSM on defense.
TSM is just shutting it down, and again, they think they're safe. T1 starts to push up, and TSM just jumps out at you. The smoke was covering long, but Sub Rosa, so aggressive. I love just the confidence you see out of Drone, out of Sub Rosa. These guys will take any gunfight, and here Wardell, he is going to play off the bait. They start making their way up C1. He finds the first, the second, and down goes Crashies for a 3rd as Wardell and Sub Rosa hold down C, just 2v5.
Puckett, I'm all aflutter right now. I don't know if it's the oil that Wardell uses. I have no idea, but there's just a lot going on here in Brooklyn right now. I have the AC on full blast, you know, but I'm sweating.
I love watching Wardell stream. If you guys don't, check him out every single day. He is live on Twitch, and he's got some of the best one-liners. Are you seeing this? Can you feel me? Everyone is feeling the love right now for TSM 11-4. But reminder, this has been their favorite map pick all tournament. They are 100% on Haven, and they are 2 rounds away from adding another win to the category. Food on the attack with just a Bulldog. It's going to be T1 trying to push this one up to A. Cutler will be the first line of defense. The Cypher finds 1. Brax gets through, but for how long? Cutler can't cut him down in time as Skadoodle finds the Bulldog killer. He will see a plant any moment.
Gotta get this spike down ASAP. The longer they wait, the more they're going to give Wardell and company an opportunity to get back in there and overtake the site.
How did he get in and out like that, Goldenboy?
2v3.
Wardell is ridiculous.
Look at Sub Rosa. Look at Sub Rosa, the sneaky beaver. Am I right, Puckett? The sneaky beaver.
Oh yeah, that's officially a sneaky beaver play.
And this will be planted for long, and he's going to just bait this thing out with... And they will get the kill, so not enough time, and he'll let his presence be felt. We're going to match point, Chris.
I thought they actually had an opportunity with the Brim ult there. The orbital strike is going to throw you off of the bomb. He pops it right away, though, and both players challenge him with the gun. And I'm wondering, like, T1 just seems a little bit off in this. I don't know if it's the map, if it's the way that TSM plays Haven, or what's been happening, but they do not match up well on the 3 bomb site map.
That goes there.
Just a lot of confidence. Every single play that they make,
Goes here.
every setup that they have, it's always different, right? Always different. When you are taking your high impact player over to A site and bring him over to C for a little bit, right? There's just so much. And then Drone gets a kill with that. He gets 2. It's all a run it back. It's all a run it back. The man was invincible, and he gets 2 kills. There's the Brosen now. Pops the ult down, but that is going to be Drone backing him up. 3 kills for the robot. And now Crashy's by himself. Ain't gonna happen, bro. That's it. TSM cracked on Haven. Tell me different. You're a liar.
13-4 this time around. Better than the 13-5 they posted in the winners bracket finals. There is no better team on the map Haven than TSM and Valorant right now. They know how to play the attack. They know how to play the